So I recently found a new out of bounds glitch in Nessus, and it's probably been in the game since release, but I can't find any videos regarding it at all. So it's over here in the Cistern. It's just at this wall at the Well of Dust. And how you get up to it is you come over here and you have to just jump up onto this ledge and then jump over onto this ledge. Now, with Stompies, it makes it a lot easier, that's what I'm using. I'm sure you can do it on Warlock and Titan pretty easily because of the jumps being different from Hunters, but without Stompies it is quite difficult. So you just want to jump over this bit of rubble here, whatever it is, and jump down, and that's you pretty much. Now you can jump onto this and it won't damage you, and you can ride your Spyro around on it as well. So there's nothing really interesting around here. You can get up close, well, not really up close, but you can get a pretty good view of this waterfall tower Vex thing over here. There is an invisible barrier, so you will get stopped by that, unfortunately. But you can also use it to get, obviously, a good photo of that. You can see the sun, the Leviathan a bit. You can get a good photo of the skybox over here. And this watery, milky area does end over here, so there is an edge to it. But I found a bit of a better use for it, this glitch, I suppose, which seems to be getting to the loading zone of the Tangle, which I'll show you now. So once you get into the glitch, you just want to drop down onto this ledge around the corner and run along to this ledge over here. Watch that as well because you can only see it from one side. Then come over here and you want to jump onto this ledge here, and then you can jump back on top of here and jump up here. There doesn't really seem to be a height barrier here, so you can basically jump wherever you want. You can fall down off of here as well, so you could technically jump up from just down there and jump up here, but it's going to be a bit difficult getting enough height to jump up anyway, so that's the only way I've been able to find to get up here. This also doesn't exist, so yeah, well it kind of does, but it doesn't. So I then come over here and jump up and mantle here, and you get a few options here. So you can run along that ledge, but that doesn't really bring you anywhere, and there's a barrier. You can also drop down there, but as far as I can tell there's nothing really there either. But you can walk straight through this piece of rock, and it brings you over near the entrance to the Tangle. So what I've managed to do is that right there is the loading zone for the Tangle. So I've been able to get on the other side of the loading zone by jumping all the way over here. This is why you really need Stompies, because the extra distance really helps. And you can jump down there, and the loading zone for the Tangle is literally right there. That's the loading zone. Now we are on a rock right now, and there's a barrier until right there. So you want to jump around the barrier and try to land on this ledge. So once you do that, you're on the other side of the barrier. You're not barrier, you're on the other side of the loading zone. So if you jump there, you will load into the Tangle. And that's not very useful because you could just go around, you know. So one thing I found is you can get inside this rock, and it involves going in here, which I don't know why this exists, but it does. You can jump up here to get inside of the rock, and then you can jump around this rock, and then you basically want to get up as high as you can without dying. You can kind of just make as much progress as you can over to this sort of area. And if you can jump up there, so I just try to jump up as far as I can, and then jump around, and now I'm in this area. So I can get as far as here, and if you push yourself up against that area there, you load into the Tangle. However, it doesn't load you in this out of bounds area, it'll load you in, it'll just kill you, and it'll load you into the actual loading zone, which isn't what we want. So far I haven't been able to do any sort of way of tricking the loading zone. A lot of out of bounds glitches, you can trigger loading zones and still be out of bounds when you trigger them. You can trigger this loading zone from the other side there, and it'll keep you out of bounds, but you're trapped in a rock, so it doesn't really help you in any way. So to load in, you really just push yourself up against this wall, and it loads you in but also kills you, which isn't very useful. Oh, okay. Wait. So, right. It's just scratch everything I just said. We've managed to load into the Tangle. Right, so normally what happens whenever I load in there, I just die, and that's it. But apparently we have managed to load in. Okay, so the issue is we're still behind a rock. So, in theory, if we die, we should load in back here. So, that shouldn't be a problem. So yeah, using this we should just be able to go... This word might come in handy. We should just be able to go around the edge of the Tangle here. So in theory, there should be another loading zone. We could get the artifact's edge. We might try to get the artifact's edge here. As you can see, this is a bit glitchy. My game has crashed when I've done this, because something it just doesn't like being out of bounds and having all these glitchy textures and everything. But the issue is height barrier. The main issue with this is that you're in a rock. This is where I think Titans would come in pretty useful, because you could probably... Oh wait, hold on. You could probably go underneath the map and get to an area. Yeah, see this texture, I'm probably trapped now between either a height barrier or another texture. It feels like another texture, to be honest. Yeah. See, there's a texture right there. So I'm just stuck between two things now. See, you could probably... Yeah, so I went underneath the map there. The issue with that is... What is that over there? Sometimes, so there's portals every now and then. I don't actually know if there's a portal in the Tangle, I can't remember. But if there's a Vex portal, that area is just off the map somewhere. So you can actually see it from out of bounds. I don't know what that is. But it's really far out of bounds, as you can see. That's interesting. Okay, so I managed to get back inbounds, so that's interesting. That also means if you can jump up there, you can get back into the map. Huh. So in theory, what you'd want to do is you'd want to just get along here. You'd want to find some sort of way to just follow this wall over here, and eventually you'll load into Artifact's Edge. Anyway, that's it. So yeah, using that glitch you can get into the Tangle. Apparently, I think it's a bit of trial and error, because that's the first time I've actually been able to glitch into the Tangle using that. And yeah, as you can see, there's... It does cause some glitches whenever you do that. I don't think things load in quite as they should. That's interesting. But yeah, so yeah, no, that's the first time that I managed to actually load into the Tangle using that glitch. So take that as you will. It is a bit of trial and error. Yeah, so as you can see, it is actually possible to glitch into the Tangle using that glitch. I think it probably is possible with enough exploration to get into Artifact's Edge using it. I don't know how useful this is to go through that hassle, but feel free to try it if you want to. I might try it again, and yeah, I'll see how it goes. So this is actually where we glitched out of bounds. I think probably about there or something. However, we're in the Tangle, but if we look at the map, we're actually in the exact spot that we glitched out of bounds in the Cistern. So I'm pretty certain this is the exact spot that we glitched out of bounds at. Especially because this is the Well of Dust, and whenever you glitch out of bounds, you go down obviously under that like radiolaria lake, and you can jump straight through this. It isn't a solid object, it's just a texture. And yeah, the inside doesn't look the same, but the outside looks the same. And yeah, the wall looks pretty similar. It's not like the exact same, obviously, but it's pretty close. So yeah, I reckon this is actually the area that we glitched out the bounds at. If not, then it's that hole there, but yeah. Just thought that was interesting because it shows that the game is just like, they've designed this obviously to make you think, right, this area is right beside the cistern over there, but in reality, obviously it's not loaded in. So yeah, it's just kind of interesting to see because obviously we went all the way along here and walked straight through that, straight through it. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. And then none of this was here obviously. If this is interesting, let me know, I'll make more of these, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I honestly didn't know of this glitch before the guys stumbled across it, and there's a few more that I know of which I think are known about, but I can do some research to see if people actually know about them and I can make a video on them if they don't. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, I'll see you next one. Bye bye.